finish him off. Gets 2. Gets 3.
What a hit that hits him 65%. Wow!
And does it go in? It goes in! It goes in!
The line's been 5-1. 2 4v1. I think 4v none.
There we go. Okay, we're good. Of course. I'm a little rusty with this. For some reason, the mic was set to the wrong one. But hello, Pia Nation. I hope you are doing well tonight. My name is Matt Williamson, and you are watching Marietta College Esports. So tonight, we have a very special stream for you. Our Rainbow Six Siege team is back, and they are in Nationals. That is right. For the first time in team history, our Rainbow Six team is now in the national bracket to compete for an NECC Division 5 national title. But they do have an uphill battle where they're going to be going up against the top seed Puerto Rico. And if that name sounds familiar, it's because they did play against each other several weeks ago where Puerto Rico did take the win. So we're going to see if the Pioneers have made some adjustments within the past month to prepare for this rematch. So we're getting things set up in the lobby. So while we are waiting for that, I'm going to go over a couple things. So first of all, we need to go over the roster for our Siege team. So we just have here our captain, senior Aaron Crumb Spoon playing. We're going to have freshman Logan Falls Lapuki playing. We're going to have sophomore Trey Johnson Pelican playing. We're going to have freshman Jack Nicely Blackjack playing. And I just got an invite, so I'm going to make sure I accept it. There we go. We'll have sophomore Drew Martin Nighthill playing, and we'll also have freshman Gavin Reynolds Red playing. And of course, shout outs to all of our coaches, head coach Derek Games, and our Rainbow Six coaches Matt Argerbright Strato and Colin Stratford Knight. But all right, we are getting things set up, and I think we're going to have a co-caster come here to help because I am extremely rusty when it comes to Siege here. But we're going to go over a couple announcements while we are getting everything set up for this match. So first of all, we are always looking for more players for our program here. We're still recruiting for Fall 25, even though the Spring 25 is just about done. So, I mean, we have our titles of Fortnite, Overwatch, Valorant, League of Legends, Rainbow Six Siege, Rocket League, and Smash Brothers. We are still offering scholarships to try out. You just got to go to Linktree, linktr.ee/Marietta Esports. And we're just about ready, so I'm going to fly through a couple others. We're also going to start Marvel Rivals in the fall. So if that's something that interests you, then please let us know. We will also be offering scholarships for Marvel Rivals. So speaking of tryouts, all of our in-person tryouts are essentially done. Yeah, so we have our in-person tryouts, but we still are doing online tryouts, and we may be able to do some in-person tryouts during our second Navy Blue and White Day, which is on Saturday, May 3rd. We don't have it listed on here, but we can do stuff with that as well. You just got to fill out the tryout forms. And, of course, Prime Gaming. Check to see if you haven't used your Prime Gaming sub yet. You can do that to help support our program, and you get perks like emotes. And, of course, I will mention real quick here that thank you all for your contributions during our stream last Friday. We raised a little over $1,000 during our 24-hour stream, so thank you so much for your generosity. But of course, there's always an opportunity to help support our program, so you can subscribe, which also supports us. And you can also still give. If you go to our Twitch channel, there is a link where you can still donate even if it is past our 24-hour stream, because that was definitely more than 24 hours ago. But all right, we have our co-casters set up here. If you want to say hi to everyone who's watching.
What's up, guys? It's your favorite co-caster, Clodon here. Finally made it into the booth.
Okay, so let's just talk about this. In fact, we'll just swap over to the camera. I think we're going to start any second, but I'm going to swap back to the camera anyway. But they're in nationals. Like, how exciting is that one of our teams is competing for in a national tournament right now?
It's totally crazy. I mean, programs come a long way. Who knows? Maybe, a couple of years we go to a LAN. Imagine. I mean, Rainbow Six has already been to a LAN, but in the league, it'd be really cool.
Yeah, I mean, historically, most of our national championship competitions have been with our Fortnite team, so it's been kind of like the running gag that we are a Fortnite school. We still are, by the way. We're still supporting Fortnite. But it's just great to see more teams be able to compete for those. So, not only is our Siege team qualifying, they're playing today, but on Friday, our Overwatch team will also be taking their run in nationals. So they'll be playing against Seton Hill University. It'll be at 9 o'clock instead of 8 o'clock. But the fact that we have technically three teams this year competing.
Yeah, and they're probably going to be competitive too. Overwatch, I believe, won nationals not too long ago. Am I right about that?
They competed for a conference title, but they didn't get it.
They still competed. So.
Yeah. All right, so we are underway. So let's go ahead and get into the game here. It's just going to take a second here to load. So let me double check. There we go. It's the map picks and bans are really interesting this time because we're doing Skyscraper first. And while we do play it, I don't think we see it that much, but it looks like Marietta is going to take out Grim. So
I think he's the dude with the bugs.
Yeah, those bees can be absolutely annoying. So I don't blame him one bit. I'll say I'm not familiar with any of the patch updates, so maybe Grim is much better than he was compared to previous patches. But Blackbeard is going to be banned by Puerto Rico, because I know that frontal shield is always very strong.
Yeah, a lot of Rainbow Six players do not like going against shields, especially Blackbeard, because he can still shoot with the shield, basically, so... If I remember correctly.
Yeah, he can still shoot with the shield. And I think if he loses one, he can put another one. I think he's got two shields, technically. Fenrir is also going to be banned, an interesting pick.
Yeah, and I've been, I'm trying to read up on the new agent, the new operators. I've not played in a while, but...
We have a cheat sheet somewhere, but I can't remember where that cheat sheet went.
I think it's outdated.
Oh, okay. We're going to have to update the cheat sheet.
But I am looking at it right now. It's looking like...
And while you're looking up, Marietta has banned a zombie. We're not going to see those extra walls being played. But Marietta is going to be on defense first, but they still don't want to see that a zombie. So, interestingly, maybe it's just something with Skyscraper. Usually Mira would be banned, but she's not.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it might be more of a vertical map, because Mira, she has those windows that got placed on walls, so... Or potentially both the teams have counter picks for that matchup. I'm not sure.
It could be. All right, let's see if I can remember how the controls work here. And just so everyone is aware who's watching, we are on a 3-minute stream delay to make sure that we are preserving competitive integrity. We're also, and while our players should not be able to hear what we're saying, we're still going to be very mindful about what Puerto Rico does, just so we don't inadvertently give away information, but they should not be able to hear us here. But we do see the defenses getting set up. I don't know anything about the placements, because this might actually be, in all my years of commentating a Siege match, I think I have more fingers in my hand than the number of times I've seen Skyscraper.
Really? I think the only other time I casted, they played Skyscraper. So,
okay.
It'll be interesting, and it looks like we're going to have a tech.
Yeah, there'll be a tech pause after this round, because it looks like Spoon is having some audio issues. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to test to make sure everything with the camera is set up. Actually, I realized Marietta's on defense. I don't know why I was talking about Puerto Rico for a second, but Marietta will be... on there, but hopefully they'll get that tech pause so Spoon can get his audio check in between rounds. It's not gonna, I think they were trying to see if they can do a tech pause in the middle of the round, but you can't do it during a round, but you can in between.
Yep, so hopefully he's able to work around that issue, probably just roll a couple peeks, but shots are already being fired here. Spoon ducking behind cover, but he's still getting damaged. He's gonna turn, look for one, not able to find it. He's gonna run around, shoot a drone, getting out of that area. He's getting sprayed down through the doorway. He gets taken down. Now the rest of his team might be looking to help him. He's gonna go ahead and crawl away for now.
Give me a second as I update the lobby order. I did not do that earlier. Should have done that. But okay, so we should be good now. You see Spoon does eventually get taken down.
And Lapuki is looking to retake the area that Spoon just died from, potentially looking for somebody. He sees one. Not able to find him yet. He gets taken down as well now. 5 versus 3. Pelican patiently waiting to see anybody. Oh, another one gets taken down. It's all down to Nihil and Pelican now. Nihil trying to find somebody. Will he find one? Jumping through the window. Not able to find him. Now it's all down to him. 1 versus 5. Gets one. Running away temporarily. Takes him out.
Yeah, but he is completely surrounded.
Ooh, yeah. And he's actually going to get peeked from both sides anyway. They're pretty tough round for him to win.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think a lot of that is going to be some of the audio issues that Spoon had. So, I mean, if your audio's not working, you're not going to be able to hear those cues. So hopefully they can try to get there. They got the tech pause in to see if they can get the audio issues taken care of. Since they are doing that, we're not going to say anything about any of the ops that are being selected right now. Once again, just to preserve that competitive integrity. But yeah, I think we're going to have to chalk that all up to the audio issue that Spoon had.
Yeah, he was I think it looked like he was trying to fix it while he was in the match because he was like ducking behind cover. There's shots flying all around him. It was like the worst possible position for that to be happening to him. So
yeah, which is really interesting because I mean it seemed like everything was working just fine beforehand. So I'm not so sure what changed.
Yeah, I don't know. Rainbow Six has had some weird bugs in the past for sure. So it could have been that, or he could have just accidentally stepped on his headphone cable or something. You never know.
You gotta love Ubisoft sometimes.
Yeah. But so last time I casted, I think it must have been like the very beginning of this season. Our team looked pretty good. Obviously, we made it. Here we're competing right now.
Yeah, I mean, this semester was a little bit tricky because, I mean, last fall they made it to the conference finals and they did not win, so they got a lot of points from that. They did end up changing divisions because the way the places work in ranks, you could end up going up and down divisions. So you do lose a little bit of points if you do end up changing divisions, whether you go up or down. And unfortunately, the team did not make it to the playoffs in the spring. And what was interesting, so since we have a minute to talk about the backstory here, NECC was originally going to have a last chance qualifier for if you're like in the top 16 or so, you would have a tournament where then if you do well, you can qualify for nationals. But they got rid of that. And they just said, okay, the top so many teams would move on. So when we looked at the point totals after finding out we didn't make it to playoffs, it didn't seem like it was mathematically possible that the team was going to make it because it seemed like we were going to be just one place short. Because in this division, because there's so few teams, only the top 8 would qualify for nationals, and it looked like we were at the 9th rank. So I'm not so sure what happened with the playoffs and the placement points. Maybe one of the teams that were ranked above us was not qualified for some reason, or maybe they didn't have enough in the right roster. There's a roster rule where you have to keep 60% of your roster between semesters. But anyway, we were surprised, pleasantly surprised to find out that the team did qualify for playoffs. So they are the 8th seed going up against the number 1 seed Puerto Rico. So Puerto Rico right now is predicted to win the national title Division 5, but the Pioneers are going to try to see if they can do something about that.
I mean, yeah, this would be a crazy upset. I didn't know we were going in as the last seed against the first seed. Of course, that's how it usually works, but it's looking like it's still going to take a while for this thing to get resolved.
Yeah, let's take a look here, because I think they were just saying I had to do a reset, and they're trying to figure out what's going on with it. I might go check on them real quick just to see if there's anything we can try to figure out why Spoon's having some audio issues. So I'll be right back.
Okay, well, while he's gone, I guess I might as well talk a little bit, not keep the stream dead. So I know we're going to have our Overwatch team also playing in The playoffs coming up soon. I think that is on Friday, if I had to guess. Certainly, there's going to be lots of posts on our social media, and I'm sure we went over it in the beginning of the stream. But make sure you stay tuned for when that match will be happening. And it's looking like Spoon has got his audio issue resolved, so we're going to be starting up soon.
Yeah, as soon as I walk out, they're like, yeah, we just got it fixed. I don't know, sometimes it wasn't a Ubisoft issue, it was just something with the equipment, but we are good. We are going into round 2. Marietta will get their defenses set up here.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see. I guess you could call this almost like the first defense round because one of the players was kind of disabled during that first one. So it'll be interesting to see what strategy they open up with.
Well, we do see this time Spoon is bringing out the Mira and is going to be getting those windows set up because as we saw, Mira was not banned. So Marietta is going to now try to utilize that.
Yeah. Historically, as you said, banned a lot, so certainly looking to take advantage of the powerful aspect of her kit with those mirrors. As the round starts, already Marietta starting to play around those mirrors, and the attackers shooting down the cameras as usual, trying to deny as much information as possible. The rest of the team moving to their position, shots fired already, but nothing's happening. A couple players looking to entry while Spoon's looking, trying to spot their feet through that gap. So far, hasn't seen anybody yet. Maybe heard somebody, but not too much happening so far.
Thing over at Nihil's end,
so far, a much slower round, I would certainly say. It's good for Marietta, but now the hard breaches are coming through. A couple shots fired, nothing happening yet. Both teams waiting for the other one to make a move. Looking like Puerto Rico might be starting their entry soon here. Players are running around, there's shots being fired through the walls. Nihil looking around, making sure nobody's coming in on his left, on his right. Peeking the window. And looking from above, we're actually going to see 4 players from Puerto Rico looking to breach in. One's inside on the lower floor. Spoon's holding the rest of them off up top. There's hard breaches going on around him. It's pretty much surrounded. We'll see what he's able to do. Pelican, also close. He's looking on the bottom floor. Might be able to engage on one here. No, it's looking like the attacker is going to go away. And Nihil up on the other floor. Here's Spoon die. 5 versus 4 now. Certainly some call-outs made. Pelican, Lapuki, they're starting to move around the map, try and move their defenses around. As Puerto Rico is certainly going to try and look to enter soon. Only a minute left on the clock. More breach charges going off. Couple shots, Lapuki finds one. Knocked him down, he's going to finish the kill. Now it's a 4 versus 4. That's the team, Puerto Rico, starting to get closer to the objective, but Marietta's going to keep holding their angles as much as they can. Nihil pinging the window, not sure if anyone's there still. Pelican holding the doorway, waiting for the entry to come through. Here it comes, he finds him, not able to find the shot, but Nihil takes him down. Nihil getting taken out himself though, 3 versus 3. Turn around, nobody there. Pelican, Lapuki, and Neoff, 24 seconds on the clock. Can they hold down the sites until time runs out? Lapuki looking to come upstairs, help reinforce the bomb site. Being as careful as you can to clear, not get killed from a random spot. Following Pelican in on the entry. See what they're able to find. Pelican gets taken down, but Lapuki finds one out to 2 versus 2. 1 versus 2.
And they hold off!
What a clutch end of the round there. It lasted so long, but hey, Marietta was able to win it in the end.
Yeah, that pick by Lapuki onto the planter was absolutely huge. Did not give Puerto Rico a chance to be able to reattempt it, so now it's 1 apiece.
Yeah, very interesting to me that Puerto Rico went way slower. I'm guessing maybe they had the idea to go in on the first round, hit Marietta with all they got, but then the tech pause happened and a bunch of pauses happened around, and they decided to go slower. Thankfully, it worked out for Marietta, forced Puerto Rico to get that plan off, like you said, getting a kill on the planter, because they had to get the plan off. They didn't have any choice, and able to take advantage of that fact. Marietta gonna go 1-1 now, and looking to take the lead on defense after tying it up. And it's looking like this time we're not going to see a Mira come out from Spoon. We're actually going to see a Frost, and I believe it's not Blitz. The one that can electrify the walls. Bandit.
Yeah, so that's interesting because I mean usually you see Bandit on the ones for electrifying the walls. So we actually have to take a look to see how's Pelican utilizing that, but maybe looking at. Yeah, it looks like they're going to be setting up that car battery for that wall right there.
Yeah, and we're actually going to see a Maverick on the other side, so it is going to counter Bandit's electrifying walls a little bit, but we'll see how that ends up working out. The other team does have another hard breacher and ace, so Bandit will at least be useful in countering that. Once again, a couple early shots fired, not anything in particular, probably just setting up a couple lines of fire. And we're going to get into the first minute down here. So far, not too much progress made. Both teams still figuring out where everybody is. Information's crucial in this game. You want to get as much of it as you can before you make any moves. Spoon clearing the lower floor, making sure nobody's entering. Haven't seen anybody yet. Ooh, and actually Pelican gets taken down across the map. 5 versus 4 now. Marietta gonna have to try and come back from this. So far, a couple entries being made, and actually a couple of them are on the second floor already. Rest of the team looking to enter as well. Marietta going to stay near the sites, and Lapuki gets rewarded, finds one. Mementi Mori going down. 4 versus 4 now. Once again, a very slow start compared to what we see in the first rounds. 1:30 left on the clock, and shots are being fired near Spoon. We'll see if he's able to get this kill. He's gonna back up, move over towards his teammate. Ooh, and Blitz actually drops the diffuser though. I'm not sure what happened.
Yeah, I think it was the Frost Trap.
Oh! Actually, yeah, that's a good shout there. Oh, and actually one Meoff gets taken down. 4 versus 3 now. Nihil still holding the site.
Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
Blue team getting the diffuser. Ooh, and you're right, it was the Frost Trap. We're gonna see Lapuki still holding. Marietta being very possessive of the bomb sites, as we're gonna see the phone call coming out. And it's looking like Nihil might be the first one entry here. Blue team finally getting sight on the bomb. They already knew where it was, but now they're starting to make their entry. Spoon takes down one though. Breach smoke going out. Not able to find anybody, but it'll hold off the entry for now. Spoon looking to sneak up on him. A couple shots fired, but nobody found. Oh, and he actually finds one, but he gets taken down. Nihil takes one down in the meantime. Lapuki finds one as well. All down to one. Nihil and Lapuki. Oh, and Lapuki gets him, winning this third round.
Yeah, just great job there.
So far, I feel like it's been a game of patience. Both teams very slowly. Everyone's trying to clear everything very slowly. Take your time, and Marietta's been able to just hold on to those sites a lot better.
Yeah, it's just the fact that they are playing very methodically. I mean, the Frost Trap from Spoon was huge for them to be able. They didn't necessarily get the kill, but they got them extremely low to be able to set up later. And the fact that they're just watching their angles and just not getting caught really, because we saw there a couple times like Spoon and Nihil were able to get some picks as they're running by, or even getting those trades, and we're seeing that 2-1 lead, and you might even be hearing them going let's go when they're taking these rounds, because last time it was like I think 7-4 on the maps, and they were actually talking, Derek was talking to the team before this match, and they said that Marietta did get 7 rounds over Puerto Rico. It was just divided over 2 maps. So they essentially can take a full map against them. So it's just a matter of can they be consistent and be able to do it in both maps here. And this is just going to help build that confidence to say, hey, yeah, Puerto Rico may be the #1 seed, but Marietta can come back here and move on in this tournament.
Yeah, I certainly believe in them, and I have shown ability to beat stronger opponents before for sure. So we're going to see them come out with a castle this time, a Wamai. See how that changes up the attack. Also Flores on blue team here, so we'll see what they get up to. Going to be likely another slow start to the to the game, I would imagine. Of course, at this point might be expected. Spoon actually already getting shot at quite a bit. He's going to maybe try and move around a little bit here. He sees a drone, trying to take it out. Little does he know he's surrounded by a bunch of people. He's going to back up, run away.
Yeah, you gotta watch that Flores drone.
Yeah, they're just throwing all kinds of utility at him. He's going to group up the rest of this team, and they're actually going to come over as well and try and support him. Round will slow down just a little bit, but you can still hear those Flores drones going off in the background. Marietta once again just trying to hold as many angles as they can, force Puerto Rico into bad peaks.
Defender has been discovered.
Nihil actually getting pinged outside there, so the attackers are going to know where he is, but he's going to reposition, go back downstairs.
Attackers dropped the diffuser. Attackers
And we're actually going to notice Lapuki and Nihil are both pretty low, as well as Memento Mori on the other team. And meanwhile, Pelican takes down one. Jaguars down.
Yeah, that vertical play was huge right there.
We'll see what else he can do. He's going to have to drop his Flores drone. Watching out above him as well. It's looking like Puerto Rico wants to take the high ground first. Oh, and Meow finds one. 3 versus 5 now. Oh, Meow gets another one. Double kill for him. 2 versus 5. Marietta taking a very good lead.
Looks like he's just gonna let that ram go.
Yeah, it didn't look like it was really going much of anywhere. Doesn't hurt to just let it go. Make sure you don't die from a peek that comes out. Meanwhile, Pelican.
He knows there's someone up there. He knows.
It's looking like Puerto Rico's actually going to back off, but that was very close to being a peek there. Actually, one gets taken out, but Nile finds a trade. 1 versus 4 now. Marietta looking to take it. Got quite an advantage to work with. He's not finding anybody, but one gets taken down. Nile with the peek with the shotgun.
Yeah, just a great setup there. Starting with Pelican getting that kill from below. We saw that Jack was able to get 2K there, and from there it was just basically the round. Marietta just had to hold their angles, watch the bomb site. Puerto Rico was forced to try to make a play, but Nihil was there to finish him off.
Yeah, so far Marietta's looking pretty good right now. 3-1 against, like you said, the first seed, so looking forward to see where the rest of this match goes. Now, from your perspective, R6 is usually a little bit more defender-sided. So it's, you know, it's not unthinkable to think we would win some rounds here, but
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, usually if on attack, if you can take at least 2 rounds, that's really good. So Marietta would love to take this to kind of like a 5-1 before swapping sides. Because we've seen they're doing very well defensively, but I don't know how they're going to do offensively because I haven't seen Skyscraper in so long.
10 seconds left.
But we're definitely seeing that momentum in Marietta's favor and maybe even seeing some frustration from Puerto Rico.
yeah, I mean, I'd imagine they're expecting to win this game for sure. It's looking like they're actually going to run back the same comp from, I believe, the second round. So I don't think they liked quite how much that last comp went for them. Of course, it's going to be a different bomb site for the defenders as well. So it might also impact their strategy as they're all going to spread out a little bit, make sure the whole map is, well, not the whole map, but enough of the map is covered for them to defend. And yeah, I know the R6 people, they got their strats down. They have whole set plays and everything. So,
Oh, I remember because when they thought that the season, their season was over, so they were doing other stuff, and then as soon as they caught wind that they're still in, they were like on Discord, okay, we got to review all of our strats again. We need to do VOD review. It's like you had to dust off those cobwebs and then start scrimming.
yeah, and we'll see if it pays off. Round probably gonna start getting underway soon here. 2 minutes. A minute down is usually when the action starts happening a little bit. The defenders grouped up, but the attackers are too. We're gonna see the Maverick coming out trying to get a peek. Ooh, and Spoon's gonna shoot on and make sure he's not able to get too much more on that. And the Bandit electrocution will actually get taken down as well, so the hard breach is going to come through. Oh, never mind, I think it was actually a zombie or something. Anyways, there's a lot of shots coming through, making sure that they have that wall peeked out, a bunch of angles, make it very hard to entry through. Meanwhile, Nihil on the other side of the map doesn't see anybody. Meow with the shotgun. He took a little bit of damage, and he's gonna actually ping another person entering. It's looking like Puerto Rico is gonna start their attack now. Pelican trying to get a cheeky peek onto sight. Unable to see anybody yet. The rest of his team not too far away. Play together, that's how they're looking to win. Nihil taking down some drones. Denying some information. 50 seconds left. See, Puerto Rico's gonna start entering. Nihil not able to find one. Definitely saw where he was though. Now he's going to have to reposition as the Maverick starts to burn down that wall behind him. Rest of the people, Spoon actually hearing people move above him. Certainly calming that out to his team. Ooh, and Pelican gets taken down. One's on site. We're gonna see how Marietta responds. Lapuki still holding the corner. Spoon gets taken down as well from below. Lapuki as well. 5 versus 2 now. And his phone is going off. It's looking too good for him to clutch this up.
15 seconds left.
Gonna start moving. Gonna take the peek. Nihil gets taken down as well. Oh yeah, there's a double peek there. Not much you can do.
Yeah, actually, that was a really good play by Puerto Rico because they actually held off on the Dokumi phone until they were able to take more ground. I mean, Marietta was trying to hold as much as they can, but they eventually had to back off. So once they were in, then they popped the Dokumi phone. Because it seemed like the first couple of rounds they were doing it very early, but that would make it easier for them to expose their position, and they just start collapsing everyone because they were so close to them, they knew exactly where they were located.
Yeah. Especially, I wonder if the little peek holes they made in the walls, Marietta, that might actually disadvantage them because then the attackers know where you are as well. So, but it's looking like Marietta's going to have a similar setup. They're going to have a cap can come out. We saw the frost mats work. Who knows? Maybe a cap can might catch somebody out.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, those gadgets can be extremely annoying, especially if you're not expecting it.
Yeah, although that is an advantage attackers have with the drones. Usually you'll scan where the traps are. Of course, usually the trap agent's not going to make them where you expect they're going to be. So we'll see if they come into play. And it's looking like, I believe, is this the top floor? I think it is. I'm not 100% sure. Oh, it's the, okay. Anyways, we'll see what this is looking like. Pookie setting up a camera. And like, once again, we might have a slow start.
Yeah, because they know that Puerto Rico knows that they could take the site very quickly. They just need to get the intel they need, and then they try to go for another collapse like they did in the previous round.
Yeah, it seems like that's their more comfortable strategy. It's what we've seen the last couple times, and especially with them running the same comp again, you're gonna imagine that's what they're gonna do. And like you said before, we're gonna expect that Dokumi to come out later rather than earlier this time. Me off. Taking a couple peeks to the wall, didn't see anybody. And so far, not much at all has happened. Ooh, a couple people taking damage, but not too much. Spoon's gonna run back upstairs, set up some Legion mines. Nihil actually took a bit of damage there. I'm not sure if he got shot. I think he must have.
I think he just got a little bit of, yeah.
And I'm not even sure he's sure where the attackers are right now, but it's looking like he might be able to peek one.
Yeah, he knows that there's some there. He spots him, he's getting collapsed on.
Yeah, 3 players there, not much you can do, but the rest of the team at least is now aware. Meow takes down one. Pelican finds one as well, 3 versus 4. Damage traded out though, Pelican gets taken down, or sorry, Pelican takes down one, Meow gets taken down, and Lapuki finds one, 2 versus 3. Marietta holding on to the lead, 3 versus 1 all to the side, and Marietta wins it.
Yeah, just a great response there from Marietta. They knew that there were 3 together, so they were trying to surround and just able to pick one by one. And that is huge that they're able to take that. So 4-2. I mean, I said earlier that on attack, if you take 2 rounds, that's really good. But still, we'll take that over 3-3.
Yeah, for sure. And as you said, you can see how much information plays into how you play this game. Even though I forgot who got taken out, but they saw all 3 players and that allowed Marietta to make that play. So no deaths in vain in this game, well, unless you're the last person alive, I suppose. And now we're gonna see Puerto Rico on defense, and they're gonna play kind of like Legion, Frost, and they're actually gonna pull out their own Mira as well with the Valkyrie, and I believe that's Arumi, I think.
Which one?
Angel.
Oh, yeah, that's Valkyrie.
Wait, no.
Yeah, that's Valkyrie.
Yeah, that's Valkyrie.
Yeah, you got Frost, Aruni,
Okay.
Valkyrie, Mira, and Legion.
Well, we'll see what they're able to do so far. Angels taking the lead with a 9-4, and on Marietta's side, Lapuki with 7-2. See if those change as we get further into the round. And we'll see if Marietta's gonna take the first round here. Gonna start off slow once again, get as much information as they can. Slowly work their way into the site.
Yeah, the one thing that I always critique with Marietta, especially on offense, is they take way too much time gathering intel and trying to get in. And a lot of times we'll see that it's like 30 seconds left and they're not even in the building yet. So we'll see if they can play a little bit faster. I mean, Spoons is going to work his way up top, shooting through to see if anyone's peeking over there.
It is kind of interesting to see how different their attacking lineup is. I mean, I don't even think we saw Twitch at all or Capiteo on the other team.
No, we did not. And is that essentially Pelican already taking a considerable amount of damage?
Yeah, I'm not. Unless they got shot while I was droning. But looking like they're gonna try and make some plays here.
Yeah, they take out that laser door. There's a second one there, and they're gonna spawn with 9. It's a 1-for-1 trade.
Attackers dropped the diffuser. A bomb has been located.
And Marietta already making some movement. A minute 40 left. As Niall's gonna start peeking in here. Gonna try and use Incendiary through the area. Nobody pops out. He's gonna start pushing up, take the space for himself. His teammates there as well, taking some shots. No kills yet, but looks like one might happen soon. Ooh, and Spoon goes down. Nihil as well. Angel finds a triple. Lapuki takes him down though.
Just 3v2 triple kill. Gonna go for the quad. Gets the pick. Gets the double kill there.
Yeah, 2 versus 2. Marietta. Lots of trades coming out so far. Almost every single kill has had a response, so we'll see what Marietta's gonna do with the last minute. So far they made a good amount of progress. They just gotta figure out where these last defenders are before they push in. They don't want to get caught off guard. And so far the drone spotted one.
Yeah, and that's all the information they need because they know where everyone is, so now they can respond. 35 seconds remain, so not a lot of time on the clock, but it might still be okay. Gonna try and take out the gate.
Oh, and he's actually gonna get contested on the entry a little bit. He's gonna have to flash, try and get some space, walk in. Buki going in as well. He's gonna run onto the other side, clear the rest of the bomb site. They're gonna have to start thinking about getting that diffuser on, unless they want to kill both of the enemies.
Well, they got 10 seconds, so they're gonna have to move in. And Buki is down, so it's gonna be up to Jack.
Ooh, yeah, and they actually get finished off there trying to get that entry onto the bomb site. I was thinking, oh, Marietta's got enough time, and then it was down to the last 2, and it just took too long.
Yeah, that's just it, because I mean, in that situation, like their offense completely stopped and what their strategy was, so they're gonna have to kind of replan on the fly. But yeah, that's just kind of what I was talking about earlier. They take a little bit too long. First they got in early enough, but after that they kind of hesitated.
Yeah, and maybe I don't know that much about Rainbow Six, but I assume Puerto Rico might have better like reaction time, maybe a little bit quicker ways to decide what they're doing, and especially I feel like Marietta's attacking comp that round was more heavily geared towards setup, especially with the Twitch is not really going to have any like directly attacking utility to use, but we're going to see them switch it up this time. They're going to have Thatcher, Ace, come out as long as a Flores, an Ash, and a Nomad.
Yeah, they're definitely going for heavy breach.
5 seconds left.
But I think also kind of what you were saying before about like being able to adapt on defense. I think that's just one of the benefits with being on defense is that if you're on offense and you don't do anything as defense, you really don't have to do anything. You just have to sit there and wait for the attackers to come to the bomb site. So when you're on offense, the pressure is on you to make your way to the bomb site. If you're hesitating and not really doing a whole lot, you're just putting yourself at a bigger disadvantage because that's just the clock ticking away.
Yeah, certainly true. And it's looking like probably going to spot out the bandit electrifying there. And actually can also see the mute jammer. He doesn't want to lose the drone, but he also wants to get a little bit more information. We'll see how far he can push it. He does lose the drone though in the entry. And they're all going to run together here. Pelican and Lapuki using that Thatcher to disable the wall. And they're going to hard breach with Ace. See, it's looking like those are going to... I'm not sure if they went through or not.
No, they did not. We didn't hear an explosion.
Unfortunately, Marietta not able to find the hard breach, and now I think they're actually going to look towards the doorway and run around, not seeing anybody initially. He's going to send in the Flores drone. And the...
Yeah, that
the
muter.
Yeah. So far, it's looking like Puerto Rico's doing a really good job at defending the site. Although I think Nihil and Neop are actually in the building, so it's looking like Marietta might be relying on them to get some kind of foot in the door.
Yeah, this is what we're talking about before, just taking a look. Although Pelican does get a nice pick onto Jaguar. So that might be the opportunity they need to start doing it. The flashbangs are coming out. They're going to start working their way in. Although getting shot from behind, that was actually 2 kills onto Marietta.
Yeah, bad timing for them having the utility out and getting shot at the same time, but Nihil looking to take a couple kills for himself, not able to find one yet. Shots fired at him, able to trade it. He gets taken down now, 4 versus 2. Ooh, and Mioff gets taken down as well. It's down to just Lapuki in a 4 versus 1. He's going to entry here. He finds one. Now he's going to have to try and clear the site on his own. He's not able to find him.
Yeah, that's just going to be hard to do when you're by yourself. But I told him earlier, you got to look both ways before you peek. And they didn't look both ways.
Yeah, both of them, like you said, they were looking at that one area, and one of them was about to throw the grenade, and then boom, they were dead from behind. So
yeah, it's kind of like the same thing that we saw earlier when there were 3 from Puerto Rico together. I mean, being grouped up, there's definitely some safety in numbers, but like a grenade or a flank, and they're just kind of fish in a barrel at that point.
yeah.
Defenders, protect your bombs.
Well, we'll see what Marietta has in mind to change it up a little bit. So far, they've been changing operators every single time, so it's looking like they're trying to find a strategy that will work and not let Puerto Rico get too comfortable on what they might be defending.
Yeah, and also sometimes with the strats they put together, they probably already have specific compositions for different bomb sites. Because Puerto Rico won the last 2 rounds, Marietta knows where this 3rd bomb site is going to be. So I would bet that this composition they're trying to put together is specifically for this bomb site.
10 seconds left.
Okay, well, I'll be honest, I do not know what 2 of the agents do, so, but I know for sure we have Ash and Nomad.
Yeah, so Ram, what Spoon's playing, that was that like little Roomba that just eats up floors.
Okay.
Pelican's playing Gridlock, which all I remember is kind of like these little steel, not like traps, but like steel spikes that get planted around. And Lapuki, he is playing one of my favorites, even though I don't know how to play Siege. But he's playing Jackal, which is going to allow him, if he can find footprints of a player, know exactly where they're located. So he's definitely going for a roamer single pick role with that Jackal. So we'll have to see if he's able to pick up anyone's tracks.
Yeah, that would be massive for them. I'm pretty sure it doesn't actually ping them directly, it's more like footsteps, right?
Well, what's going to happen is like right now he has his gadget on, so he's trying to see if there's any footprints. And then if he sees any, he can scan it. So not only he'll know what operator it is, but they'll ping where they're located at that moment.
Okay, well, sounds pretty powerful. We'll see if he's able to find any footsteps. And actually, on that note, he's also 10-4, looking pretty good. But Nihil gets taken out.
So we see there's footprints. So he's gonna start analyzing that, and now he identified the lesion, and he knows where lesion is, so he can ping to say, oh, or so and so.
Yeah, and we'll see if Maria's able to play around that. Trying to make their way in. They've only got a minute 40 left. Spoon pushing in. One gets taken down. A bunch of trades come out. Now it's a 3 versus 2. It's down to Meoff and Lapuki once again. The fuser is down. They're going to have to pick that up, but it's not too far out of the way. But there is a defender there. They want to say something about it. And so far, Marietta taking a second to breathe. Maybe figure out what play they're going to go for here.
Yeah, we saw Meoff was trying to get that camera out so that way the rest of the team can kind of get an idea of what's over there. So they're probably talking over what needs to be done.
Yeah, and it's looking like he's going to try to clear a bunch of space here. Now he is going to find somebody. Going to try and clear it. He finds him, and now it's a 2 versus 2. Lapuki getting a little bit low, but so far it's looking pretty good for them. They only have 40 seconds though, so they're going to have to get a move on. Getting shot at. Meoff taking a lot of damage. And they're actually going to try and flash out here. Ooh, and Lapuki gets taken down 2 versus 1. Going to be hard to do it on his own, but it's not impossible.
Yeah.
Moving in.
Yeah, they got that pretty well covered. He sees the gunshots. He knows where one is, but it's a matter of can he take down one. Yeah, that camera is going to spot where he's at.
Ooh, yeah, they have a crossfire there. It's not looking too good for him. He's going to have to peek one.
Yeah, he's going to have to go.
Ooh.
Yeah.
He got hit by his own Nomad. That's unfortunate. So Nomad's abilities, they can place down an air mine that will blast somebody back if they walk into it, but unfortunately he was also in the range when it went off, so he got knocked back by it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great plan, just the execution didn't go as intended. So now Puerto Rico has taken 3 rounds in a row, so Marietta is going to have to find a way to get back to this. I mean, it's been really close, but Puerto Rico's now 1 round away from getting to map point.
Usually, to me, it seems like they do pretty well. A lot of trades come out, but then at the very end, it's sort of like they slowly bleed out in like the last minute or so. Which I imagine is usually how it goes on defense. The less players you have to attack, the harder it is to clear bangles.
Yeah, like we saw there with Meoff by himself, and they just had like that perfect crossfire. So no matter where he goes, even if he takes out one, the other's going to be able to finish him off because they just need to take down one to take that round.
Yeah, well, it's looking like Marietta is going to switch up a couple of agents. I believe one of the, I don't think it's Ayana, but Spoon is on someone that has like a little clone person that can
It is
run.
Ayana.
And so that'll be able to clear a lot of space for them. Although I think it does die in 1 shot, so.
Yeah, but that still will give him a lot of information.
But it's looking like we're going to have Nihil back on Capiteo. I'm imagining that's one of his favorite picks. Haven't seen too many other people play him so far, but Puerto Rico, they look pretty comfortable with their comp. I think they've played something almost identical every time, so they're certainly comfortable in those operators. Nihil going through the hard breach with his drone. Right now, I think it's as much information as possible to get in as quick as possible. You have more time to clear the site. And Tuki's going to look to go in while Meoff is making an entry for himself. And a couple of pings coming out. Spoon. Going around, not seeing anybody. Although he is closest to the bomb site, so I'm imagining he's going to wait for the rest of his team to maybe get a little bit more information on where the enemy is. Tuki looking to make some kind of entry for himself. Flash comes out as well. Clearing that area. Spoon's taking some shots. Lapuki's with him though. The trade's ready to come out if anyone else peeks. And see if they're able to find anybody. There's lots of holes at that wall, but just perfectly not able to see him. Both players holding the peak. Nobody wants to take the risk. Pelican. Ooh, and Lapuki actually finds him. Now, he's gonna have to pull that lesion out. And the peak actually gets taken. Pelican finds one as well. is looking really good for Marietta. They cleared both players off of that peak. Now they're going to try to make a play around it, probably. Puerto Rico, might have something to say about it, though. Marietta so far not taking one until just now. Pelican gets taken out 3 versus 4. Marietta's still in the lead, but they're going to have to start taking some action to get on the site. They've only got 40 seconds on the clock. Nihil making sure the rest of the team is safe. Gonna start moving and making sure that nobody's gonna rotate. Spoon scans, or doesn't scan, but he sees one. He's gonna reposition now. The rest of the team starting to go in, but they get taken down. Nihil down. Spoon sees one, misses, and now it's down to a 3 versus 2. Lapuki and Mioff. Not looking too good for them. Lapuki finds one though. 2 versus 2.
He's got to find those last two real quickly.
Yeah, and Mioff gets taken down. And looking too good. He has no HP, 5 seconds on the clock. And he's lesioned. It's not looking too great.
Yeah, he just doesn't have time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you're saying before. We're just taking too much time on attack.
Yeah, I mean, it looked good for them. Like, it seems like they have the advantage. They even got those 2 kills. It's a 3 versus 5. You think, all right, now's the time. They've just cleared that area. Maybe they want to go in off of that.
And that's the issue. I think it's like what a lot of teams do is once they have the advantage, they're in go mode. And for whatever reason, we're just not there yet. Like when we have that 5-3 advantage, that's when we should just be charging it. But we saw that the people are still droning. They're still roaming around. Like you have the advantage. That's when you just need to start moving in and just overwhelm your opponent. But we're just not doing that. It's almost like we're afraid to get picked off, but they get picked off in those 1v1 fights.
Yeah.
And so now it is map point for Puerto Rico.
Well, we'll see what Maria's able to do. It's not unwinnable yet, and even though, like I said, they've been taking too long on these rounds, it's not like it's not close. I mean, Puerto Rico like hunkers down at the very end, and then Marietta pushes into
No,
it.
absolutely. I mean, because we're seeing like even that last round, Lapuki had the opportunity to get it because it was a 2v2 at some point, and then Mioff got picked off. So it's definitely winnable. It's just we need to capitalize when we have that power play.
Well, we'll see if Marietta does that here, and we're looking at to something pretty similar. They're gonna have an Ashe, a Zofia, I believe, and a lot of the other agents we've already seen as well. And Puerto Rico, of course, I'm pretty sure that's identical to what they played before. So not too much changing. And what I've been noticing is at the very end, Puerto Rico seems to be like completely hidden to Marietta. Marietta seems like pretty much never know where the last 2 people or so are, which I think is kind of interesting. It makes sense because you have less time to clear, so you might not know as well as where people are, but I still think it's kind of interesting. But actually, while I'm talking, Spoon gets taken down early in the round, and that's going to be detrimental to Marietta winning it.
Yeah, that is going to make it more difficult for to get back. It's not impossible, but when your captain is down, it's going to be a little bit more challenging. But I mean, with Siege, I mean, he's still in this where he can still watch cameras and try to make plays. Although Nihil does tie it up.
Yeah, now it's not looking so bad for him. And Marietta's taking some space, a minute 45. Looking to not take as much time as they did before. Taking some peaks. Nihil. Oh, and Lapuki actually finds one. The peak there, so far not finding anything. Lapuki, after getting that kill, he's going to re-peek it, doesn't see anybody. Start clearing some things, reposition, make sure that Puerto Rico doesn't know exactly where he is. Meanwhile, the rest of the team, Pelican looking to advance a little bit.
Yeah, there's those gridlock spikes.
And I believe they damage you if you walk over them, so...
Attackers have dropped the
Oh,
bomb
and
diffuser.
Lapuki just fell or something. I think he got taken down.
But he does get revived, so it is still a 4v. Although Nihil got taken up, it's a 1-for-1 trade, so it's a 3v2. Although technically it is a 3v1 if they can take down that Valkyrie, and Marietta does. Pelican finishes him off, and Pioneers are still alive in this map.
Yeah, I mean, that looked pretty good for him at the very end. I got a little worried when one of them just got taken down. I had no idea what happened to him.
Frost trap.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Anytime you see like a just instant from like full to knock on death's door, it's a frost trap for sure.
Well, Marietta, like you said, still kicking, and they're still on attack. I thought.
Yeah, they're still attacking. They haven't swapped sides. Yeah. Now, if they go into overtime, we may see some things happen here. So Marietta needs this round to stay alive when we get into those overtime rounds. But we saw a bit more about what I was talking about. Once they had those number advantage, they started to move in. Of course, it was unfortunate about the frost trap, but Labuki was able to get back up, and Marietta was able to use that numbers advantage to take down the remaining opponents. But we just need to see more of that capitalizing when they have that man advantage.
And what was interesting to me was that it looked like the Valkyrie actually was aggressing, and I think that's because they knew that one player was down, and maybe they wanted to play off that because they knew basically two players are out because one's reviving, one is being revived, so potentially trying to take advantage of that. So I would think like that's a difference between Merida and Puerto Rico. I don't think Merida would have done something like that. But
no, a team like Puerto Rico, I mean, they are a very good team, so they are comfortable playing aggressively. I think you're right. Marietta would be a lot more methodical.
Well, it ended up working out for Merida in that case, so we'll see if they're able to pull out this last round to bring it to overtime. So far, just getting spread out across the map. Only a couple 30 seconds down, and hopefully no one gets picked off early this time, though they came back from it last time, so not to be too afraid of it, I suppose.
Yeah, so interesting that Lapuki's actually gone with the IQ to try to look for some of those gadgets.
Yeah, that's the, you can like scan through gadgets through walls, right?
Mm-hmm. And you could even take them out as well.
Oh, wow, okay. So, we'll see if that comes into play, of course. They do have, the attack inside does have a bandit, a Valkyrie here. I'm not sure if IQ can scan frost traps. I don't think so.
That part I don't know. Although Lapuki gets taken down, and a huge punishment by the Pioneers, like just by using the drone. Meatoff does get a retake, but yeah, they got damaged. They got punished while droning.
Yeah, I don't think they expected him to be there at all, and I think we actually saw earlier when we were looking at the camera, Memento Mori was like hiding in the corner essentially, and they didn't clear it. So.
No, they never looked left.
Yeah, so working out well for Puerto Rico, and actually more shots being fired. Spoon down to just a little bit of HP. He will survive for now, though. Ooh, but Meoff gets taken down trying to help him. Spoon sees him on the peak. He's actually going to peak while he's reloading. It's looking ninja for him, pulls out the secondary, not able to find it. Nihil gets a trade, but it's all down to 3 versus 1 now.
It's good. Yeah, it's all gonna be up to Nihil, but I've seen Nihil do some very clutch plays. You know, it's just unfortunate Spoon got taken down while reloading.
And he's got lots of things to think about. There's still a Frost and a Legion alive, lots of traps to play around. So, luckily he does have the diffuser though, so he does not have to recover it.
Yeah, but although at this point, I don't think he's going to be able to go for a plan. He's going to have to go for picks. 45 seconds remains.
Yeah, especially Puerto Rico are a little bit spread out too, so it's going to be very hard, especially if he's going to get by so many trips.
Yeah.
And he's nearing one person here. He only has 30 seconds left, so see what he's able to do. Using that Ash Breach to bear as much as he can. Swinging out, not seeing anybody immediately, but he sees one. Right down.
He's got to find 2 more in 15 seconds, but he does not, unfortunately.
Yeah, a little bit too much for him to do at the end there, especially against 2 trap operators. Going to be pretty tough. And honestly, not too bad of a showing for Marietta, 7-5. I wouldn't be disappointed in that against the #1 seed.
No, not at all. And we see the potential that Marietta has there. I mean, if we kind of look at it, even if it's 7-5, we're seeing the Pioneers did play very well. We started to see them play a bit more confident as they started to take those picks. It was just unfortunately that last map, the drone and not catching the player from Puerto Rico to the left was really what did it, just be able to get that double kill, and Marietta just didn't have a way to respond.
Yeah, well, hopefully they're able to think a little bit faster, make some plays a little bit quicker, and turn this series around.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to take a 5-minute break, and the players are asking for that too. So we'll go ahead and take that break. So don't go away. When we come back, we'll be at map 2, which if I remember, it's going to be Night Haven. So another very interesting map there. So don't go away. We'll be back in a few minutes.
Hello and welcome back, and we've done a baton pass here in the casting booth. That's right, it's Magic Ninja 107 taking over here, obviously. So the operator ban phase coming in here for Nighthaven Labs. Obviously, a first match loss, but very close, 5-7. What are your thoughts on it, Clodon?
Well, I mean, me and Matt were talking about it a little bit. A lot of it just seems like indecision, maybe at the very end of rounds is what really hurt Marietta the most. So I'm assuming they talked about that at least a little bit in between maps here. So we'll see what they decide to change up.
The Maverick being banned, obviously, I don't know if I got the orange or the red, the blue or red team up, but we're going to see a Grim banned. I think that might be Marietta's target ban there. Marietta playing attack on Nighthaven Labs.
Well, we'll see. What else they ban?
Valkyrie will be banned, I think. Yeah. Maverick, Grim, Valkyrie, the operators that have been banned right now, obviously.
We definitely saw Maverick and Valkyrie in the last game, actually quite a bit, especially from Puerto Rico, so that's a bit interesting to see.
The blowtorch basically invalidating the shock walls. And finally, the last ban will be Fenrir. So, very quickly here, Maverick, Grim, Valkyrie, and Fenrir, the operators that have been banned. And I was right, I did mess it up, so we're just gonna go and just do that really quickly. So Spoon will be the third.
And once again, we're actually going to see Mira not banned, which I'm not sure is too weird on this map. I think part of the reason we're seeing Mira not being banned as much is just because of the map choices. And me personally, I'm not I think I played on Nighthaven maybe twice, so it'll be interesting to see
Nighthaven.
How this map goes. And it's looking like Marietta is going to come out with a pretty similar comp to what they're using before, with the Ash, Capiteo, Thatcher, Dokkaebi, and Ace coming out from them.
Obviously that, just making sure everything was good, everything was ready. The bomb site, obviously here, it will be the second time I've casted Nighthaven actually, probably your first, Clodon. So this is going to be, again, a match that has been interesting, to say the least.
Yeah, I'm excited to see where it goes in the future.
Buttons, why aren't these working? There we go. There we go. That's the button, that's right. So obviously a lot of preliminary stuff going out, droning, making sure all angles are covered. So Niall gonna destroy that, get that in, obviously on the Ash. Capitao picking up his drone, just swapping around. Pelican with the tennis ball from red. Perhaps we may see a bandit trick here. And I think the bandit trick does not go through, and that will cause Bobcat to take a little bit of damage there.
Yeah, and that peak might come in handy for Marietta later, but actually...
Ooh, Spoon getting taken down immediately. Quickly. But I think Lapuki is going to take advantage of that, trying to get some eyes in the room, mayhaps. If he won't, a flashbang in the palm of his hand, ready to go through, and he will throw that. The Aruni barrier will be there for the blast area. Niall throwing out that explosive ordnance. A bunch of shots going out. Now the round will slow down again. Ooh, a lot of pre-fire going out. Lapuki throwing out the Aruni there. Another blast going out. Not gonna just open up that wall, the mirror wall out there, and that will be some shots. Pelican trading a little bit right now. He does get one of the C4s down, which is huge. The Thatcher nade will be there. The Thatcher tennis ball will be going out. Now it's red. The phone call of doom, as it's very much known here, will be there, but they will have that new jammer, so it will end very quickly. Ooh, a shot going out, barely missing the head of Lapuki. Pelican gonna be down for the second time here. Niall taking a few shots, will be downed, but will give out some punishment. And now it will be Lapuki going out there, and it will just be Lapuki down in a 1v4, but won't be able to do much there.
Yeah, it really seemed like Marietta was just trying to force it near the end of that round. It took so long for them to get in just because of all of the stalling utility that Puerto Rico had set up.
Yeah. Memento Mori, obviously. We're going to see just a quick round there from Puerto Rico. Legion, Aruni, Mute, Mira, and Cade on the side of Puerto Rico and on the side of Marietta, which is subject to change. We will see Ash, Capital, Thatcher, and Ace and Ram. Obviously, I think they're going for the more vertical clear here. And instead of the bandit trick, we might see a Cade trick from Elric Assassin here. Elric and Assassin. A lot of preliminary stuff. The prep phase is kind of hard to talk with because it's legitimately just watching a bunch of players legitimately waste ammo to open up sight lines, open up rotate holes, and you know how important those are.
Yeah, even in this match we've seen so far, it's not even just the prep phase. It's like sometimes the first entire minute after the prep phase is also just not really much happening.
Drones, just a lot of drones going out. So this is an interesting game to cast. So obviously, the first things first, they're going to go out and destroy those preliminary cameras. And I think there might be a possibility for a spawn peek. I could be wrong. Spoon will be up on top. Running around, Pelican with the tennis ball right there. The Cade out there. The Ace going out. Will the Cade be able to get it in time? No, he won't, but the Cade will be holding that. So Red and Pelican have to be very, very careful here to not get killed early. Now, there is a triple peek possibility for the Pioneers. Red and Pelican just holding, not going to find much. Niall going out, destroying some cameras, wreaking havoc on his own right. Spoon droning in, not gonna find much, just clearing the way, making sure things are ready. Pelican's gonna fall to the Cade. And now Red is forced to kind of hold down this angle. Not gonna find much. Looking for a pixel, looking for anything. The Electric Claw will go back on there. Lapuki, and I think the Pioneers, if they're smart, they're going to group up. Some shots going out from Elric Assassin. I think Spoon also firing a shot. Not much going to find there. Red actually firing back. Elric Assassin taking a shot there. Lapuki going to take a bit of a shot as well. Looking for the Ram. Maybe the Bluetooth destruction is going to come in handy. Yes, it will. Eating up that floor. Red has to do something. Spoon going to take down a random fish. Great job to answer back. 4v4.
This is looking good for Marietta, but they only have a minute to work with, so they're going to have to start working towards that. As we're going to see Spoon hard breach and get a sight line. Maybe try and drop through there as well later. And rest of the team droning, getting ready for the big push that's about to happen.
For this push that is about to happen. It should happen soon. We're passing the 40-second mark of this round. Just destroying that wall. Great use of the util air. Red, this Cade has so much respect. Just has so much respect. And he's going to find a Rooney on the drone. There's some shots going out. Niall in a gunfight. Not going to find much. Spoon. Crossbow out. Oh, he's going to find one on the flank. Huge from Spoon. Double kill. Going in. Won't be able to find much else, though. But that does give them some pings. And Red, Red has to just walk through and take it like a champ. 15 seconds remain. Red has to get in and plant as soon as he possibly can. Niall's clearing the way, though. A 1v3 for the Pioneers. It is their round to lose. And now this is the good thing. If there's like an overtime period, he does see the Mira. The diffuser has been planted. Now it's Red and Lupluki, both worse for the wear, and a 1v1. They're waiting for this trade to happen. 30 seconds remain. Look to your left. Look to your left. You're gonna see it. They don't find it. Lapuki Bobcat is very much the definition of low, and he's gonna get it with Pookie! Crouching down behind the wall. Saw that C4 run through that door, and I thought it was about over.
Yeah, that was actually perfect timing. What a play from him to swing right as it was being activated.
That the timing. I mean, you play Valorant. We call that Valorant timing. I didn't think we'd be playing Valorant in Siege, but hey, here we are. And again, they're not. If it ain't broke, don't fix it for the side of Puerto Rico. And I think that is something that they did emphasize all this week, is that they do tend to play the same compositions, and they do have to play around that.
Yeah, well, we'll see. It's looking like Marietta is going to actually bring in a fuse potentially, of course. I mean, they can swap.
It's going to be swapped out for the Jackal. It would have been interesting, though, to see everyone's favorite Russian warlord fuse.
Yeah, and we actually saw Puerto Rico play it earlier in this map, and I believe Puerto Rico lost that round, so...
Yeah, obviously, the alibi on the side of... The alibi on the side of Puerto Rico is going to be interesting to see as well. So we're going to see a swap to an Ash and a Ram. Obviously, the Bluetooth destruction, with it being in the basement, is more than necessary, more than welcome here as well.
We'll see what they're able to do with it. Marietta pulling out the same agents they've had the past couple times here. And Puerto Rico, much the same, but like you said, they are going to have that alibi, which is going to mix things up a little bit.
Yeah, obviously those Prisma clones. Woof! Spoon's drone very much surviving death there. And Pelican and Red are already quickly onto this site.
Yeah, once again, working together to try and get some hard breaches in.
Ooh, the Cade is nowhere to be seen. He does the wrong wall. He Cade tricks the wrong wall. Pelican's gonna take a shot there. Perhaps. Niall does have to remove that Legion Mine before much else happens, and now he can continue on unimpeded. Pelican already at 50% health, and this Cade is still... He's someone that is huge. I think that he might see someone. He's going to catch the Legion. He's going to catch that Legion there. Very good. Very good use of the drone. They cleared the blast. Niall has entered the building, and with it comes a flurry of destruction, a wind of destruction. Ooh, Red firing off. Going to peek back. The Aruni gate right there, ooh, he was in a gunfight with that Aruni. Pelican just crossing and firing, hoping to find something. The hip fire, not exactly the most accurate in Rainbow Six Siege, but hey, he fires back. Ooh, jeez. Alright, so Spoon, Lapuki, and Niall are in the same area, and Spoon is just doing all this clearing out. Well, he was, now he's out. I think we're gonna see a little bit of an execution, maybe, coming up here soon. Spoon dropping down.
Minute 30, Marietta certainly have to do something soon. I think they're trying to keep Pelican and Red on those hard breaches, trying to get that information on site.
The Prisma clone will now that is a good shot there from Spoon, because he hit the base and not the actual clone. It does not ping where he is. Oh, Spoon almost catches the roamer. Niall will fall, but that was information. Now it is and now they play 5v4. Ooh, that early pick does kind of hurt them. 50 seconds remain in the round. Very slow.
Yeah, so far nobody moving. Actually, I think that roam caught Marietta off guard for sure. They had to go back and re-clear that after he died. More time wasted. Now they're only down to 30 seconds. Marietta, once again, time might be their worst enemy. But they clutched up last round. Who says they can't do it again?
Oh, Spoon! It does! Oh, he's gonna find one! And Spoon's gonna fall, as well as Pelican will fall. So now it is a 5v2. Lapuki gonna fall. And now it's all up to Red. He doesn't have much playing time, and he will peek. He will get one, though. He will get one. I think it was a mutually assured destruction kind of a play. Yeah, it was. It was a mutually assured destruction there.
It's kind of weird that the replay went to somebody who wasn't even shooting. I guess because they both died. But
yeah, they both died at the same time. Both bullets between the eyes. The only same lineup, except we're going to see a castle this time. For the side of Puerto Rico, on the side of Marietta, which is subject to change, we have Ash, Iana. I think that's Iana. Yeah, that is Iana. Thatcher, Doki, and Ace. Just like Matt, I am kind of rusty when it comes to Siege casting, as I've been casting mostly Overwatch lately.
Yeah, I mean, us casters, we gotta know, like, multiple different games. You gotta know everything.
Yeah, Siege, Valorant, Overwatch, Rocket League. You know how it is here.
Hey, and next year we're gonna have League of Legends, Marvel Rivals.
I am not gonna be. I will not cast League of Legends. I will be like, that will be one game that I will actually have to consult you for, because I do not understand that game. Marvel Rivals, nah, it's just Overwatch. And I know I've probably made a bunch of people mad in chat. Do not crucify me.
Yeah, but
oh, Monty! There was a change. Everyone's favorite shield operator, Monty, will be coming out in from the hands of Pelican.
Yeah, and I think they're actually going to look for that as their main way of entry. We've seen them get down to the last couple seconds where they're just not able to get that grasp on site as much as they want. So it's looking like they're going to try and use that shield operator to just push in brute force onto site.
Woo! He does keep Memento Mori, almost does get murked there from Spoon as he passes by the window. Won't be able to find much of anything else, though. He will see it. Niall getting Memento Mori very quickly and very first pick going down. The Bandit will get hit there as well. They will spot a Mute Jammer here, as that is not good for anybody's eyes here, so we're going to swap off of that, and the Mute Jammer will fall. So Niall will find another double kill. Angel will fall. Angel sent right back to heaven. Check your left, check your left. The Bandit right there. We find the Bandit? I don't think so. No, the Bandit was behind the wall. I don't know why I'm hyping him up.
Meanwhile, the rest of Marietta, they're starting to get a grasp on site. They made a lot more progress than they have in the past couple rounds. Pelican pushing in there with the shield. And
Pelican has to put that shield right back out as he does catch one out. Clear the blast area. That Mira right there. Red firing back. Niall gonna take down 3. Bobcat will fall. Niall's flank going to work. Spoon will be downed and will fall. Back to Niall we go. They do locate the bomb sites. Niall, you might want to turn around. Opponent will be detected outdoors. Turn around. He whiffs, and that's to Marietta's advantage. Mira, oh no! He throws it, and Lepuki. He throws it. It falls off of Lepuki. It bounces off of Lepuki. The deadliest form of rebound ever. Red will fall, and he's just looking. Hi, just they're saying hi. The Mirror is just like, man, I can't do this no more. You can't do this no more. He's just sitting there. And just hi, hello. And the Mirror's like, let me in, because they do not have any form of. This is bullying.
The defense gotta play attack, and they don't like it very much.
This is actually bullying right now. Oh my god. Pookie gonna finally finish that off.
Yeah, that was really good. Honestly, from the whole team. I mean, Niall came with a triple kill at the end. We get a nice little play with Monty there.
Oh my gosh. I don't know what we call that play, or I don't know, that's gotta be a clip of let me in. That Mira was just, you could tell he was just screaming. It's that moment, it's that grab sequence in Tekken that everybody hates, where it's just one grab after another. You're just spamming so many buttons and you're like, stop, let me out. And this Mira was like, let me in.
Well, it's looking like Marietta's not going to run back the Monty. They're gonna assume that Puerto Rico is going to have something to answer after that disaster for them.
Yeah, how about in the form of 4 C4s there, 4 nitro cells, and there will be a pulse being used. So this is going to be interesting. Pulse's heartbeat sensor can be used in a way that might be a little bit of a possibility to cause a little bit of trouble. Maybe not so much. Right as you say, they're not going to run it back. They're going to run it back.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Like you said, those 4 C4s could come in handy, but you never know what's going to happen.
Oof. I pray for the ears of the Pioneers here in this round. They're going to go straight out and destroy default cameras very quickly. Niles flanked that last one on that last round was huge, as it did held them up enough. The IGN Pelican right there, just running around a little bit. The drone will go out. Spoon on the rope. And if I'm honest, Pelican. This is so incredible. Just so incredibly important for early rounds. Red and Lepuki. The EMP, the tennis ball thrown out there. The bandit will go down. So will the mute drone. Bobcat will be out, and Bobcat will be down by Spoon through the wall. That is huge, as that is bandit down, and that is 1 C4 down. Yeah. So this round might just be how many C4s can we take out before Pelican enters the building, and I think we're going to see a little bit of lag. We love this AAA game held together by duct tape, hopes, and dreams. Ooh, Niall gonna be absolutely face checked by that nitro cell, but now that is 2 nitro cells out for the Pioneers.
Yeah.
So Pelican might have a little bit of an easier time. But this pulse is constantly on his heartbeat sensor. So this might be problematic for the Pioneers, as any flanks will be shut down quickly if this pulse catches them.
Yeah, but Mario's gonna try pushing it anyway.
He sees one. Yeah, Pelican just seen one. Ooh!
Oh, he's gonna take
Ooh, the pulse is down below. Yeah, yikes, the pulse will be down below, and that is, all nitro cells are gone. So as long as Pelican can stay alive here, this might be a free plant. Although I don't know how much longer. Oof, that will be an explosion. I don't know how much more util they have to throw at him.
It can't be that much more, but
Can't be
he's
that much
down
more.
to pretty much a one shot, so
Exactly, he's down to the one shot will be a possibility.
Meanwhile, Marietta, they actually only have a minute left. I wasn't even paying attention at the time, but they're gonna have to start making their way into sight, and Red is looking like he's gonna be the first one to go in.
Red does have that. Ooh, Pelican will fall as the fire from underneath. He will be traded out though. 3v3. 3v3 trade, respect the trades. It is a game of trades, 1 for 1. And Red will fall to Angel, sending him straight to heaven, grabbing the diffuser. Now Spoon and Lapuki, the dynamic duo. Reloading. Second reference. Ooh, he will run across. Dude, you should check your back. You should check behind you. Ooh, buckshot. We'll put both of them down. Yikes.
I'm actually surprised the shotgun can reach that far and still one shot. I mean, that was pretty far away, but
That is pretty far away. Shotgun sniper. This ain't Counter-Strike 1.6, that's for sure.
yeah. Once again, Marietta took a little bit too long to go in, and then those two players were actually getting sort of pinched from both sides, and they got timinged a little bit, but at the end they just had to push in a little bit more aggressively than they probably would have wanted to.
Probably, yeah. Again, time not on their side is a huge... Time has basically been... If this feels like it's a 5v6 a little bit, with the time being such an issue. Now, we're going to see a Vigil come out from the side of Puerto Rico as well. But pretty much the same operators. Different operators, though, on the side for Marietta. I'd say Yana, probably, but also that Ram is going to be huge here.
Yeah, and speaking of Vigil, so it's looking like they're probably going to go for a roaming strategy. Vigil has this ability where he basically can't be seen on cameras, so it's very easy to sneak around the opponent and get into places where you might not expect. So we'll see what Memento Mori is able to do with that, and if Marietta can take this round. They've already got 2 on attack, so it's not looking too bad for them.
It's not too bad. Yeah, you do want to at least grab 2 on attack. Niles starting away from the group here. A lot of people, Marietta, all scattered. They will group up. They will start to take this site like a tactical squad. Shots going out there. Niall will immediately open up one of these, and I think we might see a little bit more of a drone going out there. Lapuki gonna fall to Memento Mori quickly. That is not how you want to start this round. Red gonna take down Memento Mori, sitting him down, trading out his brother, and saying, nuh-uh. We will not let that go unpunished.
Yeah,
Drone will
got the trade there. 4-4, certainly better than 5-4.
4-4. Niall gonna take down Angel, sending him back to Angel. Angel and Elric Assassin will fall. A triple kill from Niall. 1v4. Niall just taking over the round here, and this will be plant down for Marietta.
Yeah,
Wow.
once again, he's making the highlight plays for this team right now, and the diffuser is actually going to be planted as well.
45 seconds. Yep, 45 seconds here. Pelican on one bullet. He's gonna find him. Not much. He's just gonna continue to fire. Won't finding much. And now the Legion is running scared. Marietta stacking pressure, mounting, and Marietta stacking here. And will stand. And he will see him. Niall has the read. Niall has the read, but he does not have the shot here. And who am I kidding? He's just gonna pull the pistol out.
He's a
For the pistol.
Black Ice. Will he get the kill though? It'd be a quad kill for him. And
It would be.
I thought we were lagging.
I thought we were lagging on it too. We will be a quad feed for Niall to put the team on his shoulders and get it both. That's a little bit of a bug in a little bit of the replay. I don't think the bullets were firing, but hey, you know how it is. Swapping around 3v3, pretty even. So now Marietta goes into this defense round with it even.
Yeah, I mean, on attack, when they played really aggressively, it seemed like it worked better for them, especially Nihil. When he got aggressive in those games, he got lots of kills, so maybe he'll take the lead in this match.
Yeah, oh gosh. I am looking at this, I'm looking at the lineup for Puerto Rico. There's going to be a lot of explosions going off here. But I also do want to highlight Clash. Not an operator you exactly see play with. But I think it might have a use here on this map at least. Pelican does love to play those shield operators. Clash. Hey, we see you, buddy. He loves this. I do remember him talking about this. He said that he loves it when he plays Clash because the only thing that he has to do is just sit there. Because not much you can do as Clash other than hold the shield.
Yeah,
now,
basically
speaking,
a mountable camera.
yeah, speaking of shield, I thought we were gonna get a Blackbeard, but no, we're gonna see a thermite to buck here. The skeleton key shotgun on the bottom of that gun will be all that he needs. So Pelican going for a spawn peek. Won't find much. Probably just finding that. Probably not going to stick on Pelican too long just because, well, Clash is kind of a vulgar character. There's a reason why this game is M-rated. Just put it that way.
So far, though, the round is going to start off slower. This is what we've seen from Puerto Rico before, where they usually spend the first minute and a half just setting things up, as usual. You expect that from most teams. Puerto Rico, though, especially tends to take a long time. They'll all get, in their set strategy, and then boom, they'll just go for it all at once. So
Niall does nail the bandit trick here. That is huge. That means that all of the breaches are down, and he will have to pull it up. Angel, your RPM will fall to Lepuki here. Lepuki getting the first one on a semi-spawn peak.
yeah, really good start from Marietta so far.
Yeah, that was huge. Nailing the bandit trick from Niall is huge. It's not an easy thing to do. And just the fact that he did it so casually, made it look so easy, just is a testament to his skill. Again, the shield operators, he does see one on 3 ping. Just saying hi to the Gridlock. The Gridlock's looking at the other guy. Gridlock's looking at the ace like, can you help? Yep. Fine, getting that. Ooh.
They're going to try and use some utility.
The CCE shield will fall to that. Oh, Niall just waiting. What a play. They're just walking in. Niall just waiting there. Hello. I mean, that was like a Valorant play. Sitting there in the corner with the judge.
That was a perfect execution from them both. Great teamwork coming out from them there.
That's another clip for sure. Oh, man. Ooh, Pelican. Sitting at this door again. Just... more of the shenanigans. Ooh. Red with the AUG. Yes, that is the actual name of the gun. The AUG. Elric will take down Red, so we will swap off of his point of view before anything else happens. Spoon! Taking a bit of a shot, and he does not look down. So now it is a 2v3. Now Marietta may be playing a little bit closer together here.
Yeah, they're going to try and not lose any more players. They had a pretty big advantage, now it's slipping out of their hands, but the opponent still has to get on site.
Yeah, I think Pelican sees. Pelican saw another one. Niall with a triple. Will he get another back-to-back quad feeds? Would be insane for Pelican. Niall. He does see one. He's going to start tasing this Ash. The Ash is gonna run. I mean, this is like the definition of like, I don't even know what to call this. It's strategy. That's what it is. It's absolute cinema. So now all this Ash has to run, and I think Marietta is just gonna play time here.
Yeah, I mean, I would. Any way Ash can win. I don't even think she's on the floor.
Yeah, just a lot of shots. The CCE shield will be huge that time. Obviously, Clash, not an operator that we see a lot of play with, but still very much effective. It certainly has its places. Just like how Astra, usually not an agent that sees a lot of pick, but on certain maps she has her uses.
Yeah, and Pelican especially, it seems like he does a really good job at baiting the enemy into thinking it's safe or like they can rush him. Especially on that play with the double kill, we saw him. They both ran up like right in front of him, and then boom, Niall out of nowhere with the double kill. So.
Hello. And the MP11 go burr. That's not an easy gun to control with recoil, folks, either. So we're gonna see a Smoke, Mozzie, Bandit, Legion, and a Mute here on the side of Marietta, and on the side of Puerto Rico, it will be Ram, Thermite, Gridlock, Nomad, and Fuse. The Fuse coming back out, probably for the more top-down clear as well.
Yeah, and it's going to be interesting. Marietta is playing a very anti-drone comp here with Mozzie able to take over drones and mute, stopping drones from activating. So,
hello, Sheepo Man. 3 minutes into the future, no, we are not allowed to do anything disrespectful like that, which is why you see everybody stop firing. There's no mag dumping on the bodies, which I know is a huge problem in Rainbow Six Siege. I played the game. Trust me, I'm not that good at it. It's happened to me a lot. You're not allowed to do that. There are actual consequences for that, so it is very, very much heavily discouraged.
And going back into the match, we talked about it before, but Nihil up 11-4 now, so he's definitely leading the Pioneers in this map, and they are up 4-3 right now. So
Exactly. Ooh, I think Lapuki saw someone. Ooh, shots fired. Red will have to retreat from that. How much will be found? Retreating to the safety of the mute jammer. Of the little Wi-Fi up there. Red will fall first. So now Marietta plays off the back foot, and just the huge momentum of the first pick. I think Lapuki's just gonna say, like, momentum? What's that? Getting one, and he will be droned out. Gonna try to find the other drone. A drone will fall through. That's a pixel peak. Talk about a pixel peak. Legion Mine will come back online. Oh, that's a shot up there. And Lapuki is in danger right now. Nile will be hopefully not much in danger, as the Ram drone did not get much there.
yeah, it's looking like Puerto Rico's trying to clear one area at a time and then maybe move on and then clear another area.
Ooh, Pelican. This is about what half of it is. He does see the drone there. Won't find much else. I think maybe he should look up.
Oh
Pelican.
my god, what's going on? I thought he had him for sure, just barely not able to find the kill though.
He almost does find him there. But, again, a lot worse for the wear. And Spoon going to work. Elric Assassin will fall. So that is Gridlock down and Nomad down. Two huge people. And now Spoon running back on the roamer duties, maybe trying to see if he can pick off somebody else. The speed of him. Lapuki gonna find another double kill. Spoon and Lapuki, 2 and 2. Ooh. Lapuki in combat. The Ram will fall. Triple kill Lapuki. Can he find the quad feed is the question. Now he will start to destroy more of this floor just to see if he can get something. And Pelican is the one that is closest to this thermite. The timing, just firing on the corner. Great timing there from Pelican. Great team play there to finish off the round. Marietta leads this round.
Seems like they've found their groove. We're seeing a lot of the players perform like individually. Especially at the end there, we saw Lapuki. He just started firing out. He's taking 1v1s and he was winning every single one. So
Exactly.
really good stuff from him.
Yeah, 5-3. Round 9, Marietta 2 off from match point here. Wamai, Legion, Castle, Ella, and Capcan will be the lineup. And on the side of Puerto Rico, it will be Ram, Thermite, Gridlock, Ace, and Fuse. But that is subject to change, as the attackers can change operators. So
Yeah, and being on defense here and being in the lead is huge for Marietta. Like you said, they only need to win 2 rounds, and defense is pretty heavily sided in this game. So they've got a good chance to win this and bring it to game 3.
exactly, especially because next map is, I believe, Chalet. Do not quote me on that. Let me check really quickly. Yes, next map will be Chalet. So a map that Marietta is very much familiar with.
Yeah, it'd be really nice to see them play on that map. And as we go into this game, or I guess this round here, it's actually going to be a different column we've been seeing, but I believe that is just because of where the bomb site is. I talked about it with map before, but Marietta does have set strats for each bomb site on a map, so they'll come out with specific agent comps to counter what they might think will be happening. Especially the Spoon coming with those cap cans.
Yeah, he placed them after. No, pay attention. He placed them after the prep phase, which is huge because then that means that Puerto Rico are none the wiser as to where they are. They do not have an IQ, so they cannot detect where that is. Sorry for cutting you off there.
Yeah. I mean, if you put them on before, the drones usually scan them. Of course, Puerto Rico can still drone, but it's much less likely that they'll see them, especially if they're at the end of the time running out of time trying to get on site. But meanwhile, Spoon's taking some damage, trading out some with random.
Oh, there's somebody on the back. He will tag the thermite, but not much else. He will tag that thermite, not much else though. And he did get in combat with the ram. So the ram and the thermite are very much worse for the wear. A really big hole coming right up. Just what the doctor ordered for Puerto Rico. That also might be just what the doctor ordered for Pelican. As they're walking right into his crosshairs, he sees one. He sees that gridlock. And Red just firing all of his bullets. A mag dump there, not much else. Lapuki will fall. Lapuki will be down, but he is not out yet. Bobcat, the Ying, Candela's going out. Red will fall to that Ying and the Candelas. And now Pelican will start the trade central here. Trade central. And Lapuki's back up.
Yeah, if he's able to get this revive off, it'll be huge for Marietta, especially if they're finish off the kill. Nahil gets one.
He will fall. Lapuki and Nile will get one. The gridlock is down, but Lapuki will fall once again. Nile and Pelican are the only ones that remain. Pelican has to quickly reload as he is right on his heel. Elric assassin. An assassin from the back, and now it's down to Nile. He's been in this situation before. He knows this means the sequential breach will be right there. Okay. He does. The ace will fall. The ace will go. Both of them will go out. That drone will go in. 2 drones will spot him. Which might be the end of his life there. However, Marietta still has a 1-round lead.
Yeah, he tried to catch them off guard in that swing because he saw the drones that saw him. So they're thinking, okay, well, he's going to swing me. I might as well try and catch him off guard. Unfortunately, not able to take him out. And that actually looked very winnable for Nihil. If he was up against one of those players that had like 1 HP left, he actually would have killed them and then potentially won the round, but he was going against the one person that actually had HP left.
1 versus 3, it's still possible, but it's very, very much, maybe it was a little out of reach, but you know, you still gotta hope. We're gonna see Pelican right back on that clash as the bomb sites are 3rd floor. So again, Thatcher, Gridlock, Ace, Fuse, and Thermite will be the lineup for Puerto Rico, and for the side of Marietta, it will be Bandit, Aruni, Clash, Warden, everyone's favorite ex-Secret Service agent Warden, and Wamai.
Yeah, so maybe it's probably just a bomb setup, but we did see a Ying, I believe is what it's called, who can throw their utilities basically like a very big flash grenade.
Yeah, those Candelas are huge. Just, you let it cook for a few moments, flash, 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 flash. Your opponents are unable to see the screen.
Yeah, and I believe Warren's ability is he can slightly block flashes.
He can't block flashes and smokes as long as he is standing still. Yeah. So it might be a bit of a counter pick there. So Nile, I think we might see these car batteries go out, and we might see a bandit trick, possibly.
Yeah, he's able to pull it off last time, and he's actually going to have Pelican with him as well, checking the hallway. So far, not seeing anybody, but that might change as the round progresses.
Mm-hmm. They do hear a lot of footsteps. Well, the sequential breach will start to go out. Pookie on that. The Pookie on the on the laser gate. Looking for that. Won't find much. Pelican will be hit by that. And he does get one. He gets it. He hits. I think he gets both of the... He does. He does get both of them. And now he will have to pick that up and place it back down. But I think he might have chosen the wrong side. Yeah, he did. And now he's going to have to run away. So it's basically a 50-50 bet as to which one it is. But that will be huge as Pelican does spot where this thermite is.
Yeah, and other shots fired as well. We'll see if Pelican's able to hold them off. He does have 2 entryways to worry about now, so it's going to be a little bit harder, but he is going to back up and let Nihil take the peak, potentially lull them into a false sense of security. So
Red
far,
will
nothing
fall.
happening.
Memento Mori will fall. Memento Mori will find Red very quickly. Angel will also find Nile as well. Ying will fall to Spoon. Spoon doing some work there. Pelican. It's Pelican right there. Lapuki will fall, so now it's just down to Spoon and Pelican just gets collapsed on. He has to look to the left, but he won't find it. Winning round 10, 5-5, is now the score.
Yeah, Marietta, maybe they were potentially too focused on the wrong side of the map. We saw Pelican able to hold down that, Pelican and Nihil able to hold down that one breach on one side of the map, but then on the other side of the map, everyone's dying instantly. So it's looking like Puerto Rico had a plan to play around that, and now they bring it 5-5.
Bring it to 5-5 again. Whoever wins 2 rounds in a row will take this map. So a difference in composition here for Marietta. Bandit, Smoke, Mozzie, Legion, and Mute will be the picks here. And on the side of Puerto Rico will be Ram, Thermite, Gridlock, Ace, and Nomad, which may change. So again, this is when the long game comes in. They knew from the start that this was going to be a tough matchup, a tough game, and it's been a thriller so far. It's been a pleasure to cast, that's for sure.
It certainly seems like it's pretty swingy so far. I think what really matters is if Marietta instantly responds to one of their teammates getting killed. A lot of the rounds where they win, it'll be one of their teammates might get picked off early, but then instantly they get another kill back.
The trades.
Yeah.
The
In that
trades
last
are
round,
huge.
one of them got killed, and then another one got killed, and another one got killed, and they had no response after that. So
The kills snowballed quickly, and there was really no answer from the Pioneers. So Niall has to throw out this barbed wire quickly. He does have a no ammo shotgun, so might be the best idea to maybe reload that and get back to site. Pelican on this bandit trick. The Thermite will go off on a different area. So the Thatcher and Thermite combo, the Thatcher breach, might be coming through here. He does have to be careful of this drone, mayhaps. By much, Niall firing. I'm gonna find much there. Don't worry, he's only mucking about. 3 gas canisters in his hand and a dream. An EMP grenade will start to go out, so that means that Pelican will have to start using these. And I think he finds one. He will find both of them. That is huge. That is absolutely huge. He nails the bandit trick. That does force them away from the obvious wall push here.
oh, yeah, and they're actually all grouped up as well. This could be really good for Marietta, but no, Niall gets taken down.
Niall, Spoon trading out, like you said, the trades have to come fast and fast to come quick. Shots being fired, track stingers will be deployed, cutting off a part of the site. So now Lapuki and Red have to start over. Oh, this might be huge from Lapuki. If he plays his cards right, he might find a free pick, and he will. One will fall.
Yeah, and he's actually going to clean up the kill here as well.
Down but not out. Nice job there. A 3v4. Marietta has the advantage here. Spoon with that C4 in hand. It might not be the best idea. Angel URPM will find one, but not find anything else. The Nomad air jab pushing him back there. And Spoon will find one. Hopefully, won't find much else. Lapuki and Red are here to back him up. Destroying the floor there. Maybe getting a little bit of sight lines. And Angel does have to plant. So the plant will go down. And now, Spoon, Lapuki, and Red all in the same area. Spoon's gonna get the first. They are all very much low on HP, so now they do have to push a little bit. They did find the active diffuser. 2v3. Is it? Lapuki getting another. Spoon will fall. The air jab will be there. 1v1. Red will fall. Now it is Lapuki. Lapuki, the last operator. Look on your left. Operator standing detected outdoors. And he will fall there. Just the timing was just unfortunate.
Yeah, it looked like he tried to catch the peak, but he ran away instantly because he knew how to start getting diffused, creating some pressure, but he didn't turn around in time and he got taken out.
Yeah, match point here. I think if he might have stuck it, he might have had it.
Yeah,
but
it did run very far away. It's very risky. You know, he wants to clear it. It's very hard to determine what you want to do in this situation. So
they have 1 round to tie this up and go to overtime. Marietta obviously looking for that overtime here. I think they go back to this same play. They go back to playing together as a team, because that did seem to work. Those trades came fast and furious, and I think it just came down to Lapuki unfortunately not able to get that final pick.
yeah, and on the side of Puerto Rico, at the very end there, I think one of their players had a huge flank and actually took down 2 players from Marietta. That was what brought it to that 1v1 in the first place. So it's not like, oh, Marietta just threw.
No.
But yeah, Puerto Rico is coming out with some good plays themselves, and it even comes down to like these 1v1s, 2v2s. Marietta just doesn't have the right situation for them to win it sometimes.
Exactly. 6-5 Marietta. out. Match point for Puerto Rico.
Located by attackers.
I mean, it wouldn't be a Marietta stream if they didn't keep it close, am I right?
Yeah, hopefully they'll win it.
Hey, we fingers crossed here in the booth. Is this final round, possibly for the rest of the season, gets going here. Now more than ever is when execution is necessary. Spoon setting up things very quickly. Everything will be reloaded. Spoon reloading. Pelican on this wall. We see the bandit trick be nailed again. I will say, though, he might have to watch himself a little bit, as Elric Assassin's drone is very much in there.
It'll be interesting to see. He has done this play multiple times, so likely Puerto Rico knows it's going to happen. We'll see what answer they have, potentially working the other side of the map, like I said before, and there is the
He will get that drone. That drone does catch where he is. So the thermite breach they are looking for the therm breach to start. And there will be one. Will he get it? He nails the first. Perhaps nails the second. Looking for the other. Red will fall to Memento Mori very quickly. A really big hole coming right up will not happen. He does nail that. Oh, geez. How about you were just talking about those Yin Candelas. How about it? The track stingers are out, and I think we might see a bit of a tempo change up here. Spoon will fall. 5v3. Nile, Pelican, and Lapuki remain.
Yeah, and
Surgically picked apart here.
Yeah, it's looking like Lapuki's trying to go to get that trade, but he's probably not going to find anything. Puerto Rico's running around the map trying to keep Marietta guessing. Look like he's working, too.
Oh, no. Pelican, no. Nile. Nile does trade him out, though. Nile does trade him out. And now Lapuki. Nile will fall. Lapuki. It is all on Lapuki's shoulders. A double kill. A 2v1. Here for the chance to continue and go on to nationals. Elric Assassin planting on the B site. He started to plant, but he will not plant anymore.
And what's really going to come down to is this other player from Puerto Rico.
He gets it!
Diffuser has been dropped.
1v1. Lapuki. The whole team on his shoulder. He has to look. The Yin Candelas will go out. He's full blind. Fully blind.
That allows Bobcat to pick up the diffuser now.
Oh, Lapuki. No, he doesn't. The diffuser's across the way. This is so close.
Recover the diffuser.
20 seconds now. Lapuki is going to try and make the peak. There's a smoke out. He's going to...
He gets it!
Oh my god!
They're going to time! And they are going! Oh, man! Oh,
man! Lapuki comes in clutch for Marietta, keeping their hopes of nationals alive. 6-6 now. We're moving into overtime. Marietta, they're really clinging to life, but they're still alive. They're still kicking. Lapuki, Nihil, what can they do about it? The rest of the team trying to go and support Pelican, potentially pulling out his signature clash.
Oh, man, my heart. Well, my word, and Jaeger, Mira, and Bandit will be the picks here for the defenders. And on the side of Puerto Rico, Ram, Thermite, Gridlock, Ace, and Fuse will be the picks as well. And then now, overtime. Different in this game. If Marietta wins, it will be 7-6. And then they have to win one more with overtime match point. If they go 7-7, then it's a sudden death. So different than it is in other games, obviously. Obviously, they still have to win by 2. So there will be a swap to a Capital and a Thatcher here. Obviously, Thatcher pretty much picked almost every round here. Electronics huge in this. So 6-6. Here we go. 5 seconds left. 1-0. The round does in fact begin.
And I believe after this round, don't these sides switch as well?
Yes, they do. I believe they do. So they have to win one on defense and one on attack, which is why overtime is sometimes hard to do. The ADS will be deployed. You can stop worrying about grenades now. I think Nile is just waiting in the corner, waiting for them to do this bandit trick. He does hop off the Clash though, which is an interesting pick, which is an interesting thing, I think. He does destroy that. He destroys that piece of the environment. They're very hyped. You could hear the scream coming out from the Captain Spoon after the end of that last round. So they are still very much in this. Niall will start to fire back, not get much else. Niall is forced out of his position, and a really big hole will start to be coming up. Now Red will take his position. He will not get much there. Angel sends him straight to heaven.
Now Marietta, they're going to be down once again, so it's a matter of if they can keep their heads in the game, lock in, and clutch up. Spoon with the nitro cell coming out of the like
Oh no! He caught Angel with the flank. Nobody was watching the flank. No! Lapuki will fall. Now it's just down to Pelican.
Yeah, that was brutal. Angel's got a triple kill on the flank, uncontested. Now Pelican trying to.
Oh, no.
It's tough. He's getting droned. He's getting pushed from every side. He swings it in. Find one though.
The track stingers out as well. Just for a little bit of insult to injury, throwing out the track stingers, maybe. Cutting off his options, and now a 1v4. He does not look in the correct direction first. Just, oh, jeez, I don't even know. I don't even know what the heck there happened with Marietta. Oof. The flank with the triple kill flank was huge.
It seemed like Spoon either thought that one peak was covered somehow, or it was just bad timing. I don't know. It was very weird.
Maybe a bad timing.
Like nobody was even looking at it at all. So
we're gonna. And now this is it. Overtime match point for the Pioneers. If they can win this, they go right back to defense. Mira, Aruni, Mute, Paul, Mute, Castle, Bandit on the side of the defenders. Ace, Doki, Thatcher, Capitao, and Ash on the side of Marietta. I'm surprised I haven't seen many timeouts here.
I forgot that timeouts were even a thing, honestly. I have not casted for a while, but yeah, it is kind of weird. I guess 'cause it's so close, both teams think they can still win it. And Merida has gone back to one of their more comfortable comps, so potentially they're pretty confident that they can pull out a win, bring it 7-7. And speaking of comfortability, Puerto Rico also on a very similar comp to what they usually play, so it's going to come down to, I think, honestly, in my opinion, Marietta's reaction to what Puerto Rico does. A lot of the times, Marietta will not react in time or in the right way in the very last minute, and it all comes down to that and whether they win the round or not.
Exactly. Those first kills are huge. The first kill momentum. Niall has to check and make sure that there's nobody going to come out on a spawn peak, perhaps. Lapuki firing some bullets, not going to find much else. Lapuki is on a bit of a flank, so they are trying to get some vision on the inside, and he will start his descent into madness here. Whereas or Night Haven. Ooh, Pelican taking a huge shot there, and Spoon's gonna get the party started here. Getting one, not gonna find anything else though. Oh, he will find the bandit. Angel was holding that though. Oh, Niall gonna finish it. Now gonna finish him up. 3v4. On the side of the Pioneers. But they do know now. Well, that's a mute jammer. All this stuff is jammed. Niall falls to Angel, and now Lapuki able to make that phone call. Get some things going. A flashbang in his hand. Whoa! He will take a shot there, but that's about it. You just have to be very, very careful of this. This Selma Breach starting to go. And go it shall. Oh, geez. Pelican has to be very careful. Tossing that sideline, and Red starting to make his way in. That Aruni just knows. Holy cow! Holy cow!
Really good spray to catch him off guard.
That's the definition of a pixel peak. Like you can't get any more pixel than that. Pelican firing back, not gonna find much. Lapuki gonna go for it. A quad kill from Angel and an ace from Angel to end the match.
Oh, Angel was already up in kills. I believe they were like 18-10, and that ace just brought them even further up, carrying Puerto Rico over the finish line to take the series 2-0.
Wow.
And that will unfortunately be Merida knocked out of the playoffs.
A hard-fought victory on the side of Puerto Rico. An ace is... Wow, what a way to end the match. Just... Wow, that... Oh, man.
Yeah, and especially with a lot of the closing rounds being so close, to Angel to come out suddenly with an ace out of nowhere makes you wonder, like, what even happened? Like you said, there's no timeout, so I don't know. Maybe
I don't
just
know why
random
there weren't any
chance.
timeouts used. That was interesting, but as always, they kept it close. I don't think that Marietta, they did want to go more into nationals, but also against a team that they got 7-1 to. Look at the score now. A few weeks ago, it was 1-7 and like 5-7. Look at the score now, 5-7, 6-8. They kept it close, and I don't think that they should be too exactly upset about the loss. I know that they wanted to go to nationals, but it was still a good showing from them.
Yeah, I mean, not even just them coming back from their previous loss. They were against the first seed, so them doing this well, it's definitely not disappointing. I mean, they brought to overtime in their last game, and it was very close in the first one. So certainly not a bad showing, and I'm excited to see what they might be able to do next year. And including that, we're gonna have Overwatch coming up soon as well.
Exactly. And I think we're still gonna have an interview from, I believe it might be Spoon. So don't go away after this break. We will have the interview coming up.
All right, and welcome back. Usually we don't do a post interview game if we lose a game, but I think for tonight's match we are going to do an exception here. So we have here our captain of the Rainbow Six team, Aaron Crumb Spoon, who did play his final game here. So we want to give a chance for him to kind of talk with us, talk with you guys. So I mean, I have to ask, how does it feel?
It's sad. Spent a lot of years here, a lot of time grinding, meeting a lot of people, making a lot of connections, a lot of friends. It's sad, but you know it's time to move on to the next stage of life. Ready to get out of here and get a job and move on.
Yeah, I mean, and you've been working really hard, but I mean, you guys made it to nationals. This is the best that the Rainbow Six team has ever done.
Yeah.
So I mean, and you played a big role in that.
Well, thank you first of all, but yeah, I mean, super proud of the guys for helping us make nationals and all the work they've been doing. It's not easy to play the same game every day over and over again, especially when you at the end of the week you get to the game day and you lose. It's the worst part, but just shout out to all the guys that are here now and all the guys I've played with in the past for just sticking with it and grinding and helping me have a great time here.
So I think you've talked a little bit about this before off camera, but I know that the esports program has meant a lot to you. So just to ask, what has this program meant to you?
everything. I mean, this is how I've made not all my friends. All right, I have a life outside of this, but I've made a majority of my friends from the esports program. I've gotten able to express my competitive integrity. I come in here and play it every day like it's the finals every day, and hopefully that rubbed off on all the people I've been able to be a captain over. And speaking of being a captain, it's helped me gain leadership skills, and I've learned a lot from previous captains before me, like Vincent, and from coaches like Knight and Strato and Derek and you, and just being able to learn how to play with a team and just do stuff. I'm getting emotional. Oh, God.
It's understandable.
Just hang out with the guys and play the game I love every single day. It's been a pleasure.
So, what's next for you?
Find a job. I don't know. I just all this time I just keep saying, just wait till I get the piece of paper in my hands, because I don't think it really feels real yet until, like I thought my career was over. Now it is over after tonight, and next is let's just get that piece of paper in my hand first before I figure out what I'm doing.
Okay. Is there anything else that you'd like to share with everyone who's
thank you everyone for the last 5 years. This is not my first interview, however unfortunately it is my last, so I've seen people right now in the chat that I've seen for the last couple years here, and I have friends that watch every week. I want to thank them, and my parents, they watch, and just it's been a pleasure, and you guys are the reason it happens. So just because the best player of all time is gone doesn't mean you guys have to stop watching. They're still gonna do good, so it's fun.
Yeah, I think the future is very bright for the Siege team, and and you definitely played a role in there.
Thank you.
The team would not be where they are today if it weren't for your leadership. So
Thank you very much.
This time of the year is always the most difficult for us here because we have to let our seniors go.
Yeah.
So just know that we love you. We're gonna miss you, and you're always welcome to come back, even if it's not to play for us.
Awesome.
But there's always a place here for you, and we
Thank
wish
you.
you all the very best.
Thank you.
But that is going to be it for us today. As a reminder, our season technically is not done for the program, because on Friday our Overwatch team will begin their first round of the NECC Nationals against Seton Hill University. So please be sure to come back to here Friday at 9 o'clock. It has been rescheduled, so it'll be 9 o'clock on Friday, and we'll see how far the Overwatch team can go. So for all the latest updates with what's going on with Marietta College Esports, please be sure to follow us here on Twitch, X, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Shout outs to all of you. Shout outs for watching, for following, subscribing, and shout outs to our seniors who we are going to miss very much. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Hope you have a great evening.